Hey everybody, it's Cassie in Black Cloak. Welcome back to another Resident Evil Resistance video here on the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you my Sinister Spencer 4.0 build. So, I went back to the drawing board a little bit with Spencer. After the changes to Paracelsus Generator, I felt it's not really as strong as it used to be, obviously. So, while 3.5 is workable, I wanted to make a version of Sinister Spencer that worked with something a little different. I'm going to show you here. So as you can see, I'm still running Refract for my D field. The D field choice is completely up to you. I'm running Defense System, of course, still for the thicker biocores, along with the other benefits. But for bioactivation, we're running Symbiosis. And the reason we're doing that is because this skill is one that doesn't have a... kind of like battery, it doesn't lag or lag out after a certain point in time. Like, it doesn't ever kind of fall short. It keeps chugging along based on what your deck is. So you get a lot more longevity out of it, and its benefit is immediate when you start using it. So still running Omniscience here for the variable benefit you get, because the invulnerability anchor, it just isn't as good as it used to be, because people are just, you know, monsters on cams these days. Equipment, it's the same thing as in the 2.5 upgrade. Unstable generator for bioenergy recharge and biocore durability. We got the resilient skin 3 for some a little bit more health to the creatures, about 21%, and then we got the bulletproof class 3 for a 40% bump in the biocore health after the defense system applies, and this gives you 20%. So each one of your biocores are a lot thicker, and then fresh blood 3 to make the creatures grabbier. Now on the deck, this is kind of where it gets a little different. So let me take you through this. So I've only got 3 creature cards in this deck. We got the tough zombie, the double zombie, and the imposter zombie. So it's all zombies. Of course, I still got the creature mod in here to get an Ivy every so often. And I'm still running the, just like a 3.5, I'm running the energy leech vapor to help a bioenergy recharge and the infection to help, you know, mess with the survivors. I'm also running the efficiency mod creatures to help get the cost down a little bit, especially for this boy. Because this brings basically when Symbiosis is kicked in, that would bring this one down to 1, 1, and then 2. And I took the turret out. I'm no longer using the turret because it just feeds way too much time. Instead, I'm running the immobilizing rounds, the goop. Now, I have for a while playtested the air cannon. It also works, especially for taking off time. But this tends to time up more if you can hit it. So it's actually interchangeable. You can run the air cannon as well. It's just this tends to tie them up for longer. Instead of them just rolling around on the ground, they're actually stuck for a minute. So this can actually help you out, especially if you need to immobilize one particular team member. Like you got a Sam that's well on your biocores, or you got a January that's about to take out your cameras, or is being a pain. You can you know, time up for a minute with this. And I'm running the regular landmine just for economy purposes. It's you know, half the cost of the explosive, the high explosive one. So this one comes down to 1 when Symbiosis is active. And then I've got the EM shield finally in the build, because I got so tired of dealing with malware and dealing with Jans that love to just, you know, keep your camera down. While good teams will still keep your cameras down a lot, this will help you a little bit. It gives you a little bit more of a fighting chance, because there's some teams out there now that just straight up won't let you play the game. I mean, they will just take your cameras down and keep them down all the time so you can't do anything. And they're able to just, you know, right through. So this helps a little bit with that. So that's what I got going on with the deck. But the main feature of this is the Symbiosis, which is also why the deck is a little bit more, you know, toned down a little bit compared to, you know, what I was running here. As you see here, I had a lot more creatures, but this is, of course, a little bit more specialized. You know, I've got the, like I said, I got the efficiency mod creatures in here that's taking up a spot, and then, you know, I've got the shield here. But this seems to work pretty well, because you got a lot of different card types here with Symbiosis, and I'm going to cover how that works. So with Symbiosis, basically, if you use a card, any other card type is got its cost lowered by 1. So let's say that if you're using a, let's say if you use the spray, and then all these other cards here will be -1 because they're different cards, except for the shield because it's an effect card, just like the energy leech and infection vapor. But the trap, the creatures, the gun, you know, all this stuff will have 1 knocked off of it until you use it. And then let's say you play a creature, so then you played a creature, so this card, this card, this card, this card, basically everything that's not a creature is going to be lowered by 1. It's not gonna stack, but it's gonna be 1 less. So your economy is a lot. It goes. It's a lot easier because you got a very, very low cost deck with great economy, so you can keep chugging along. As soon as your bioenergy recharges 1 or 2 slots, boom, you can play another card. Boom, you can play another card. Boom, you can play another card. So you can actually just keep going at a steady rate. You don't get the giant boost in bioenergy recharge from 2.5, but that's a completely, that's a separate platform, a Sinister Spencer. Now, I will say that I think the 2.5 upgrade is probably still a stronger build because of the raw bioenergy, but this one is a little bit more fun. This is versatility, because we've got options here for, buying time with the firearm here with the goop. We got the landmine here to, stop them if they are, trying to speed run you, not paying attention. They're going to step on a trap and take some damage and also lose some time. We got some creatures here to fill up your rooms with and hopefully overwhelm them. So, I mean, you got a lot more options here, plus the EM shield. Like I said, that's good for a little bit of defensive moves. So, that's what the build looks like, basically. And, I mean, the same details as it was before. We got basically with the biocores, they got to do about 171,000 points of damage to clear them at the end of the game. So that gives you a little more breathing room compared to just the, anemic 21,000 that you get from a lot of other, just standard biocores. Because basically the way this works is to calculate it, you're going to start with 21,000 and you're going to multiply that by 1.7. That's for the defense system because it gives you 70% bump over the standard. And then after that, you're going to add your multipliers for equipment, which basically in this setup would be times 1.6 after that, which that works out to for all three about 171,000 some odd damage that you have to do to clear all your cores. So it's not quite like a, I mean, they could be thicker. Like if you wanted to, like say, take this off and put it to bulletproof class 2 in here, you would get it up to 1.8, which would be thicker. But then again, your creatures aren't going to be as effective because they're not going to bite as much. So it's about finding balance. Basically, is what this build is looking at balance. So it took a lot of playtesting to get this down. And like I said, this is kind of interchangeable. If you want to run the air cannon, you can. It works. It works well. I just have found a little bit more success with the immobilizing rounds, which I'm going to show you. A match against a really good team here that I had using this particular setup. And I'm going to show you how this works. Let's take a look. Alright, so I'm going to be taking a look here. And this is like actually the second match I played against this team. I just felt this was a, better match because it goes all the way to Area 3. So you can get a really good look at how the build works. So this is against the, the girls squad. We got Valerie, Becca, January, and Jill. Now the January, she is a bit of lower rank. She's only like, I think, rank 10 or something, but she's very, very effective. So I think that's probably them leveling an alt, if I had to guess, because this is the exact same team twice in a row. So I believe this is probably a squad, like a pre-made. So we're going to go ahead and start out over here. I'm going to go ahead and invest on this side of the map. Which, if you notice, I changed my presets around. I don't have just lickers anymore. I went ahead and put some smaller, a lot more smaller units. So I've got more. Now, see, these guys are going to be really good too at dodging the goop. I mean, they hear the gun go off and they scatter like roaches. So you see, they're on cams like crazy already. So let's take a look here. So we're going to go ahead and start building up over here to get hopefully a good amount of resistance. And keep in mind, this is the second time in a row they're going up against me, so they're, back to back, so they're going to be a little more prepared this round than they were last round. So I'm still going to try to get a goop here. And I don't think I got it, no. But you see January was going for my camera there with instant, but I was able to get out of it quick enough. That's another thing I've tried to do too, is try to get away from feeding time as much. Because, it's harder these days to get to Area 3 with like 12 minutes left and still win the game. That doesn't happen very often. Although I think I have some matches recorded where I did that. I can't remember if it was this build or a 2.5 upgrade, but I think it was the other one. So, but you see they're taking care of my dogs, which feed less time. Another thing is the lickers, they feed a lot of time. So that's another reason I don't have them in this build here. You see, I'm trying to, look at that. See, trying to get rid of her. She's dodging around. getting around my stuff. She ran into the mine though. So like I said, they're not paying too much attention to the ground, so I get some time back off the mines. Killing some of my creatures there, which is okay, because I want them to use their resources up. See, there she goes with the dodge. See, so it's, I mean, you know, when I do hit this, it's worth it. But this particular team, especially that Jill, is really, really good at dodging the mobilizing rounds. So I'm gonna try to stack this area up a little bit before they get here, but they're moving quick. And where they got the other side, the rest of the team's going to be coming to back them up, so they're coming from behind right now. And I think by the time they get over here, I think they wait for their teammates to get here, so they're coming in force. But I'm basically... Yeah, see, I think I got one of them there.
The door's locked. This weapon lacks elegance.
Boom. Blow Valerie the fuck out.
Took you so long to find it? I will tear out your insides myself.
Just notice I'm also not like just trying to spawn a bunch of creatures here just as a reflex, or even trying to get more time off of them here because I know they're gonna just team shot me to death.
You seek to annoy me.
Get out of that camera before they break it, so they don't get more time. Bait them into shooting at it. Get them to shoot the camera out for no reason, so they waste some ammo. So see, they're going into area 2 with like about 5 minutes, 14 seconds. So they've only picked up 14 seconds overall. Not bad. You know, trying to get to where I manage time economy too. So it's that's another part of this. Like I said, I've always said this is a game of economy, and that's if your economy is working, then you're going to do well. If not, then now see, there's overclock. That's handy for when I get low on bioenergy. I need to start rebuilding my army. That's going to be handy. So I'm going to go ahead and get Yorick moved over here, because I don't like him out in the open. Now the one bad part is in this room there's like only one camera, so I might start trying to defend him over there where he started at, because there's 2 cameras there if I move him in the right spot. But these guys are, I mean, just monsters on cameras. They aren't screwing around at all. They're going to try to keep my cameras down quite a bit. Usually centered around when they're trying to do objectives. Okay, so I got full bioenergy right now, so I can stack this area up a little bit. Go ahead and put the shield down. So now I'm stuck where I don't want to use the overclock yet, but I have to. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that and get some stuff out here to defend this area. Okay, so now I got the D-field going. Lock the door again, keep the lights off. Put down the caltrops. That's a nice get when you get those, because they run over them and take a lot of damage. Those are really handy when you're trying to defend the biocore, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to get the last lock left on that, I think. So, yeah, so I hear Becca kick in her ult, so I'm going to go ahead and dupe her while she's doing her quick draw thing, and then hit her with the D-field. Take her out of the equation, so she wasted her ult. So she didn't get the value out of that. She used it for nothing. Excuse me, I'm going to try to be a little sneaky and put the dealer over here. Try to do a claw slash, but, you know, like always, I suck with that. I missed it because she was getting bitten by another zombie. But I'm going to go ahead and take a bite out of her right here. And you see Jill is already over there at the door, trying to break it down to get to Yorick. Now here comes Jill with her bullshit rocket launcher. Yep, there it is. Takes her 3 rockets to kill Yorick, though. And then there's my camera down. See, Jan's using lockdown, so I can't do anything. She is, I'm sorry, she has lockdown, not instant. So she's keeping my cameras down just as much as she can. I'm going to go ahead and fight through it here. Alright, and there they are with the first one. So they're doing alright. They're taking out everything. Got a little bit of infection going on them. Yep, missed Jill again with the goop. I'm just getting to learning to use the goop. I haven't used it a lot before this, so... But this is definitely a...
the sound of their breath make you tingle with fear.
I think overall better option than the air cannon. Although, like I said, the air cannon works alright. So I need to go ahead and put down the Ivy. I think I'm going to put him over here. Yeah. Put Down the virus mine because I got it handy. That's the one downside of Omniscience is it's it's a grab bag of every other card Masterminds use, but it's also completely RNG dependent. You never know what you're going to get. Like I think the match before this, I kept getting Healing Vapor like 3 or 4 times in a row, which wasn't in a time that I needed it. So see, she's trying to get me to switch out of the camera, bait me with the personal skill, but then I make her commit to it. Alright, so we're got a little bit of bite damage. So I'm going to try to get over here and stop her again. I don't think I'm going to make it. No, they're going to stun lock me with shotguns. Almost got a bite anyway, but then they stopped me. I'm going to try the goop again. Yep, see, she dodged right through it. Yeah, so I managed to detonate the virus bomb before they shot it out for time. I knew I wasn't going to get him with that, but I was just trying to stop the time gain from it. Well, this one I'm trying to get him to set. Yeah, there's the landmine. So that basically canceled out them killing one of those creatures. And Jill took some damage. I'll take it. So now I'm going to try to get back over here to bite her again, but she's going to get through it. She's got USB probably. Like I said, this is a pre-made team here. And I'm thinking the Jan is probably normally a different character, but they're probably leveling Jan as an alternate. And there goes Becca with her fucking endless freaking fever skill. Now, you're going to see how good these guys are here because I'm going to try to get them with the D field, but they know that's coming. So they're actually going to, like, basically completely screw me out of being able to try it here because they're going to keep the cameras down. Yeah, see, there goes that one. So then I'm going to try to get it over here, but I can't exactly account for where they're all at. So you see they're all waiting to dodge it. So instead of wasting it, I'm just going to let them have it. I'm going to let them get through here. Yeah, there they go with the breaking the camera. They got time on that one. So that's okay. I'll just save it for the next area. But you see that I'm not bleeding a lot of time. They're getting into Area 3 with only 5 minutes and 4 seconds. So they've only picked up 4 seconds overall from when they started. Much better time economy than giving them 20 seconds per turret like every, 3 or 4 times every area, so they're not getting with extra, 9-10 fucking minutes.
Traps ahead. The reek of the undead fills the air, triggering your body's fear response.
So I'm going to go ahead and burn hypercharge the first time here. Because I've seen that the biocore's in that room over there. Camera 25 in the bar. So we're going to go ahead and stack this place up with some creatures on that side. And then we're going to come over here and start waiting to replace them on the inside here. And yeah, I've got a goop ready, but I'm not wanting to burn it yet. I'm just going to go one at a time and replace my creatures in here as much as I can. Now there's the healing vapor. So that is going to help for the creatures that are out there doing work, but they're basically just trying to fight out of the room right now. So you see I'm already down to almost 3 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, they're starting to kill them though. So yeah, see they're still overall losing time though. And see how the symbiosis works here. I should have been talking about that, but you notice how when I'm switching card types that I'm playing, that everything's staying cheaper. That's the great economy there. And missed the goop. That was too far of a shot, really, but I just wanted to get it out of the way for now. Ooh, and look at that! I got a machine gun turret. That's nice. So you see, I'm stacking this area up pretty good, but I know Jill's probably going to come in here with a rocket launcher to start with. So I've got some of my stuff away from the door where she's going to shoot in. Yeah, there she is. So I'm going to try and drop her with the D field, but they take out my camera. So I'm going to have to recover it really quickly and start taking them out. I got to interfere with them. So you see they're here trying to fight, trying to break my biocore, and they're doing pretty good at it. You see how much they melted all already, but now they've scattered because I've recovered and I put up a gun. But I'm eating some time back off from them with that machine gun turret, and I got the full spread out of it, so that was definitely worth the bioenergy. Now we've got some bites going here. We got Becca with an LE5. That's interesting. I mean, realistically, her quick draw would be better here if she had her fever skill up anyway. Yeah, there goes the first one. So now I'm going to go over here. And I know that Jan is right over here. I saw her on the map, so I'm kind of stuck here. I don't have a lot to work with. So I'm going to come over here and lock the door and try to get a... oh, there we go. Now I caught one of them. And put up the high caliber rifle turret. I think they're going to break that one. I don't think I'm going to get all the shots out of it. So I did feed them a little bit of time there, but I had to get it out of my hand. Yeah, see, that's the deal with the turrets. Look at that. That's why I took the turrets out generally. But if I get them with the Omniscience, I've got to use them. I can't have them clogging up my hand. But it's not often I get them. I think I got 2 in this match, and that was just right there. So I should have played my... Actually, I should have played my shield card there, but I didn't. That was dumb of me. There she is, taking away my EIS, so I can't jump in a monster. See, they're about halfway through that biocore, maybe a little more. But they're down to 2 minutes, roughly. So they're, you know, they're having some trouble. I'm waiting till the EMP wears off here. Yeah, that was a bad move on my part. I fed them time because I tried to get the immobilizing round out before they broke my camera. And yep, they're going to break the biocore here. There it is. And I'm going to go ahead and use the D-field here to make sure they got to waste some time picking their friend up. So that could have given me a little bit more time here, hopefully, to do some shit. I'm going to heal everything over here too to just mess with them. Not much over there to deal with, but that got it out of my hand, and I can start fresh over here. Got an Ivy there for free out of the supply zombie. So now I've got to basically spend 3 on him because I had nothing else to use. But that's okay. It'll pay off the Ivy mods. Now I've got 2 Ivies in here ready to cause some havoc. And I think I got another turret here. Or is that the AP Gator? I think at one point I got an AP Gator. I think it might have been the previous game though. I can't remember. But you see how Symbiosis is just chugging along here, especially paired with Hypercharge. Because it's kind of like having a miniature, like a ongoing discount all the time. And the great thing too is it doesn't matter if you switch cameras, because it applies to the cards themselves. So I'm going to let Jill do her little rocket thing. She used the last one to break my camera. And, yep, somebody's down. Somebody got bit. Going to use Overclock to get some bioenergy here. And I'm going to try to get this area stacked up as much as I can with creatures. Yeah, now you see some bites and infection going off here. So now they're actually starting to get overwhelmed a little bit because they're in an enclosed area and I actually got some creatures out. So now they're trying to run from the gun, but it's a turret, so it's getting them. I'm going to let it go ahead and get all of its shots out. There we go. I got the full value out of it. And they're going to break my camera. Try to. Now, am I smart here? And do I? Yeah, there we go. See, there's the EM shield. Nice. And I'm going to try to goop them. Got somebody. And in this game, I think Jill is definitely the bigger threat. She is definitely the... I think she's probably the leader of this little squad here. So we're going to go ahead and defield them. Got Jill down because she's putting out a lot of damage for him. Take her down. Now that's going to be about it here. So now you see this is where we got to. So you see the combination of, you know, trying to be adapted to the situation, be a little more efficient with how much time I feed them, and making sure I've got something that chugs along from the start to finish. It's equally good all the way through. So Sinister Spencer 4.0. I hope you guys enjoy it. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and we'll see you Black Cloaks in the next experiment. Bye.